What is up, guys? Exclusive Gaming here, and today I'm going to give you guys a tour of my old gaming build here. The reason I say old gaming build is because next week I plan to build a brand new PC, which is going to replace this one right here. Just for some perspective, my first computer over here I ever built is in this Corsair half case. It's empty, by the way. I've scrapped all the parts and I just put the case up there for a display. But this is my second build, which is going to be an old build next week once I build my new computer. Let's go ahead and get some reasons why I'm building a new computer and not keeping this one. Mainly because this computer has little to no overclocking capability, and it's kind of loud even though it has a fan controller on it that turns all the fans down. So let's just go ahead and, oh yeah, in the description you'll have a link to get photos of my first build, and then you'll get another link to get all the photos of this build, and then you'll have a link that will lead you to another video which I'll put up next week, which will be my newest build. So let's go ahead and get started here. So this case here is the NZXT Phantom full tower case. It does not come with a window. I had to buy that separately, which was kind of sad, but I really wanted a window so I could show off my parts. But the features of this case is the fact that it supports a lot of fans. It supports extended ATX motherboards, micro ATX, and ATX. Currently I have an ATX in here. So up here we have standard hard drive activity LED, power reset switch, 2 headphone jacks, microphone jack, 2 USB 3.0 eSATA, and a built-in fan controller right here, which is pretty nice. And these are all turned all the way down, and I never turn them up. Even if I'm gaming or rendering a video, I never turn them up. So let's talk about fans and cooling here. We have 2 200mm fans, which is ridiculous. These are huge 200mm fans by NZXT. They also have built-in LEDs. If we go down here, we have a 120mm fan. Right here are 2 120mm fans by NZXT as well. All these fans are by NZXT. And then up front, we have a 140mm fan. So those are all the cooling. Down here, we have power supply supporting everything, which is a Ultra X4 1000 watt power supply. And the reason I have a outrageous power supply is because I used to have an SLI setup in that computer case over there. So let's go on to the heatsink. I don't remember what heatsink this is. It is a Cooler Master something. I don't remember. You can look in the description and see a photo of the box, I believe. I'm not entirely sure what that is, but this cooler is not really good. I could not get any overclocking at all. It gets very hot even at stock speeds. Talking about speeds, the processor is an i7 2600K, which I do plan to bring over to my new build with a new motherboard. Reason I plan to get a new motherboard because this motherboard has been very unreliable in my opinion. I've been having some start issues sometimes it didn't boot, so I plan to change that. And this motherboard here is a Gigabyte Z68X UD3HB3. So, never liked it. Over here we have some RAM. It's the Patriot RAM. And there's a graphics card, which I love this graphics card. EVGA GTX 670. Superclocked. This card is amazing. Runs very good. Runs video games. Just about all video games on very high settings. And at 120 frames per second. Which is my, what is this? My Acer 3D gaming monitor. In the back, you can see I have some connections, nothing special. There's 2 DVI there, one going to the 120 Hz monitor and one going to my second monitor, which is right over here. And there's also an HDMI going out to the projector, which is displayed right here, which is off right now. And that's pretty much everything except for storage. So let's go ahead and go over storage. Can't really see it, it's too dark in there. But down there's a hard drive cage, and that hard drive cage contains 2 hard disk drives and 1 solid state drive. The solid state drive is a Corsair Nova 60GB, which contains my operating system. And the programs, files, and all that is on another disk, which is on my Seagate Barracuda 5200 RPM drive, which is 1.5 terabytes, and my commentary and videos and all that go into a separate hard drive, which is a Seagate Barracuda 7200 RPM drive at 1 terabyte. So that's pretty much everything. As you can see, there's some nice sleek cables, but overall, motherboard is, I didn't like the motherboard. It works, but overclocking, this system is stable running stock speeds. But whenever I try to overclock, that's when you get temperature rises, things get hot, you have the chance of things failing. So my next build coming up next week, I hopefully plan to fix it where I will just have a beastly computer. Not that this is a beastly computer. This is a nice computer. This is probably about a $2,000 computer right here. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these old parts from this computer. I'll probably either sell them or probably just stick them in, keep them in here, and use that for another display somewhere in the house. So that's all. I'll see you guys later. Any questions, leave them below. If you have any computer questions, please leave them below. I will be happy to answer them. If I don't know the answer, I can probably find you the answer really quickly. So overall, that's everything, and check out my videos next week for my new computer build. I already have some parts in the other room, and I'm just waiting for a few more parts to arrive, and I'll start building next week. So that should be everything. By the way, these LEDs right here, forgot to mention, if I can find the switch on the back, they turn on and off. They're actually hidden behind this little glass pane. You can see where they are, and you can dim them or turn them up. I haven't really decided what I'm going to do about lighting on my next build next week, but we'll figure that out. Next week, my goal is to get the system running and then overclock it, and then add a bunch of fans and add some cooling options, and then overclock it again and see if I can get any higher. So that's my plans for next week, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.